Breaking news, men think women's periods are inherently sexual. I'm not joking, that is the entirety of this video. That's what it boils down to. I can't make this up. Twitter is a cesspool full of neckbeard dubro men who have not talked to a woman since their mother gave birth to them. This week, the popular otome game Love in Deep Space has been trending on Twitter, and not for the best of reasons. If you've never heard of Love in Deep Space, allow me to explain it for you. Love in Deep Space is a 2024 Chinese otome game. It was developed and published by Paper Games, with publishing outside mainland China under Infold Games. It was released on Android and iOS January 18th, 2024, and it has been coined the first 3D otome game. This game follows a free-to-play pattern with gacha monetization and in-game purchases such as packs, monthly cards, and character costumes. The combat system has been praised for its Final Fantasy style. Even if you don't like the main story, there are plenty of other things to do within the game, such as dressing up your characters in the photo booth or tackling any of the mini games. The main demographic that plays the game are women. However, it is kind of popular within the general girls, gays, and days population. Now, the second it stepped out of that specific demographic is where a lot of issues started coming up with the game. Well, not with the game, but with people's reaction to the game. So in August of 2024, Love in Deep Space kind of exploded in popularity. Just to show you how popular Love in Deep Space is, we can see that in August of 2024, Love in Deep Space grossed $48,100,000. The closest Hoyo competitor was Honkai Star Rail with $39,300,000. And then after that, Genshin Impact comes in with $38,300,000. So this game is huge. It is doing better than the top two Hoyo games. And I would like to say that there's other information out there that says it has grossed even higher than this. However, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the graph. I thought I bookmarked it on Twitter. I didn't. All right, my bad. If I find it, I'll link it. I'll link it in the description. So yeah, Love in Deep Space originally was this lesser known game, but it starts picking up. More people start noticing it. And when that chart dropped, that's when the dude bros started noticing it. And I need y'all to know that when I say dude bros, it's a very specific type of man. It's not your run-of-the-mill, has touched grass, has spoken to a woman before. Like, these are neckbeard dude bros. Love in Deep Space crossing Genshin Impact put Love in Deep Space on these men's radar. And that is when things go south, because right when this was all happening, Love in Deep Space announces that they're adding a period tracker. See, you and I, we're well-adjusted humans. So we hear this and we're like, oh, what an interesting thing to add into a game. You know, most people already have an app that helps track their cycle, so might as well put it in the game you play. That would be the normal reaction. When the men found out that women were playing a game that also tracked their period, they looked at the predominantly female fan base and labeled us as something worse than being a touch-starved gamer girl. No. They called us gooners. Who uses that word? What? A gooner is an individual who practices gooning, a form, I don't know if I can say this without getting demonetized, form of self-pleasure that involves edging for a long period of time, causing a hypnotic trance-like state. The best definition would be the top definition on Urban Dictionary, and it says, gooner, one who is completely and miserably addicted to porn but embraces and loves it. Don't piss me off. Being a Love in Deep Space fan right now on Twitter sort of feels like you're a woman in the late 1690s who was accused of reading books too often. That is to say, it feels like a witch hunt and that you will be burned at the stake for just having hobbies. To quote this creator, a message to every woman. A gooner game isn't just an over-sexualized game. It's also games that attempt to farm parasocials. I think it's parasocial relationships. I don't think you can shorten it. But anyway, to farm parasocials to feel like the game character cares and understands you more than those in real life. So, yes, Love and Deep Space adding a period tracker is for gooners. So, shut up with y'all trying to act like y'all different. From there, we have other people talking about how the game is problematic, saying, I'd go as far to say that it doesn't feed gooners, but straight up degenerate behaviors. They want you to not exist functionally in society. Mind you, that person is a self proclaimed cat girl. So, but how kind of Twitter to care so much about our abilities to function in society. Now, that person goes on to say that women obsessed with their virtual gacha husbandos are far more delusional than men obsessed with their waifus. It continues on saying, I'm not sorry, your husbando is not real. First of all, no one calls the Love and Deep Space men husbandos. You have to have not touched grass in a while to like unironically say husbando. Like, no shade. I'll use it with my friends, but like nobody says that term anymore. I feel like you can't talk about people being delusional and then also speak with chronically online terms. You know, it's just like pick a struggle. And this kind of bleeds into a similar conversation that happens on Book Talk, where women will read stuff where the man kidnaps you, but he at least listens to you. And people think that women are stupid and will read that and will want that in real life. Newsflash, women get kidnapped in real life. It's not like we're watching H2O and thinking, I want to be a mermaid, and then we jump off a boat thinking we can swim. There's real possibilities for these things to happen in real life, and nobody is actively seeking it out because that's crazy. So it's like you don't have to worry about women wanting that because it's like a real fear that exists within us, you know? It's like simultaneously you are babying women and sexualizing everything that we do. Like, yes, there are back shots in the game, but like, that's not the whole game. That's not even 10% of the game. Also, the notion that we are just as bad as men, or the men who have waifus is very interesting because, as another Twitter user pointed out, men who have simped for fictional characters have actually harmed people and animals in real life. When women do stuff in fiction, where's the numbers? Where's the evidence that that bleeds into reality? Because we have the evidence of when men do stuff and when that bleeds into reality. As this user so kindly points out, the original tweet that kind of started this witch hunt reads like, quote, treating women nicely is bad because it makes them realize IRL men treat them like crap. And I genuinely think that's part of the issue. I think people are afraid of girls being happy, women being happy, because then it makes them realize how miserable they are. Obviously, if you're a dude watching this, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, you know? But historically speaking, men have never had to be good, right? They've never had to be good because they were always a necessity. Our grandparents, our grandmother, she couldn't buy a house. She couldn't get a credit card. She couldn't start a business without a man signing off. So she had to stay married to our horrible grandfathers, right? Men have never had to be good. They just had to be men. So now, when women have options of fantasy to distract them from reality or to maybe fill a temporary hole, all of the bad men don't want that because now they realize how mediocre they are and how they'll never live up to any standard. Keep in mind that this isn't anything new. Women being seen as hysterical or crazed over anything they find interesting has been happening for generations. Recently, when there's a K-pop group that sells out, people say that the fans are mobbing them, they're crazed. Even with the Beatles, the fangirls were crazy, the fangirls were insane. But the dude bros that go out and sell out football stadiums every Sunday and pay $4,000 for an NFL ticket and wear their favorite member's jersey, they're not crazy. They're the normal ones. On another note, The actual concept of a period tracker may not be the safest thing, especially if you're based in America, where it's becoming increasingly more dangerous to exist as a woman. When I was streaming on Twitch, somebody asked me my thoughts on the safety behind it, and this is what I had to say. I actually think if it was like if Love and Deep Space did the period tracker for okay, because it's a Chinese game, I'm okay with it. But if it was an American game, I'd be like, that's sus, because I don't want America having that information. American period apps have sold data in the past, but I haven't heard of any Chinese apps doing it, so I guess pop off. If you liked this video, let me know in the comments. I want to know everyone's opinions and thoughts on this whole Twitter debacle. I used to make this kind of style of video last summer, and I think, every once in a while we can bring her back, so just let me know. I am currently working on setting it up so that I can stream Love and Deep Space on Twitch. So if I don't see you next time I'm live on Twitch, then hopefully I will see you in the next YouTube video. Okay, I don't know how to end the video, but thank you for watching. I appreciate it.